I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at something that may go wrong with your air conditioning system. This is a capacitor from my AC, and basically the way the capacitor works, a capacitor stores charge. It's almost like a battery, but it can release charge much more quickly, and it doesn't hold the charge for a long period of time. And it's basically used just in any kind of electrical system for a lot of purposes, but one of them is to kind of smooth out big spikes in power. So when your air conditioner starts up and the compressor starts to run, and the fan starts to run and everything, it uses a big surge of power, and it kind of needs a boost, almost like a jump start, to get the system going. And that's what the capacitor provides. It stores some power and it releases it all at once to kind of bump that system up and start it working. If it stops working and the capacitor breaks, which it does over time, then one thing that can happen is the system won't start up. So you're still getting power, maybe the fan still runs, but you're not getting any kind of cooling, and there's no movement of the outdoor fan and compressor. And that's what happened with my system. So this turned out to be the problem. This is the capacitor. You can see it was installed in 2006. It's now 2019, so this actually lasted for quite a while. You can see the top is all rusted out, and there's actually some oil starting to leak out of there. So you can tell that's definitely bad. And swapping this out was about a $200 part from the service company. Swapping this out started my system working up just fine again. A couple of notes about these. I didn't do this myself. This is something you may want to have a licensed contractor or repair person do, because you're dealing with pretty high voltages. So I wouldn't necessarily do this on my own, and I wouldn't recommend that you do either. But just to be aware of something that they might do, or if they say, oh, your capacitor is broken, so you kind of understand what's going on with that. And a really important note, so capacitors can store charge even after they're unplugged, so never touch any of the electrical contacts on that capacitor, because you might get a shock from that. So again, that's one thing that you might find or be told is wrong with your AC, and that's how the capacitor works. It sort of like stores up charge and jump starts the system when it starts to run. If your system is still blowing air but it's not cold, and your compressor and outdoor fan aren't working, you might suspect that the capacitor is the problem and ask a repair technician about that. And very important, if you do get one like this, or you decide to do it yourself, which I don't recommend, but if you know how to do it, just don't touch those contacts, or you might get a shock. If you found this helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.